is exaggerated here, guys. And you're looking for no about here, no shape about here. There's something about it here. There's no shape here, guys. There's a roundness. What the nose looks like? It's like a comp here. There's something general here. And quickly rounding up out here. Triangular. I don't know what to say about this. This is where you measure this here. The same different thing here. Just looking for lack of a strength. It's just a looking for this here, another here. And there's a filtrum here. What we see here? Your nose, if somebody doesn't like what the nose is here. And take a look around here. Card shows. So this is an interesting nose about it here, guys. Take a look around the picture about it here. The nose is different here. This kill about it here. There's everything or redness here, the same color here. What do we see about it? We just see what's darkening about the side about it here. What I want to show about it here, you have some pen here, okay, so I can put it here, a couple of shades about it here. Okay, it's just basically this outer edge here. That's not here ideal here, okay, so take a look around here. You have to be put very close here, okay, so like a can't do about it here. The mirror would be very unhelpful. This is a little bit like a mirror. Okay, so start from here. This last question, the nose bridge here. Oh, now just putting it straight here. Never pose directly here. Interesting. When I this line, what happened here? It's lost the quality here. It can really very well function. What a pity here. And out of one here. What would you do? Wait. Well, looking for this darkness here. That isn't a color anymore. Why did it lost here? Okay, so copy. Isotrition here. Just pause off. Okay, so we're just administering isotrition here. Looking for it. We cannot really very well putting anything here. Can you see now? So we need some kind of a color there, okay, so in order to get this thing. If you paint this thing, take a look on this one. So we need to grain paint there. Really, they should be always putting some kind of a paint here, because it looks like homogeneous here, like a triangle here with definition. So what is occasionally is a paint in this area, like this thing here. A paint in here, this area here, and then painting this area here. So there's a painting, leave everything else unpainted here, putting out the back color same. That's kind of a here. Then putting a white here, guys, right here. Dark and white here. So this is the kitchen idea, and I'm putting at this dark line here, a white line here. The white dark line, okay, so call like this one here. Here it is white line and dark line here. And the dark line will be pulling around, the white line will be downwards. Great. To show you the picture. Here it is what this look like here, okay, so down here. So the white line indication, dark line, and the nose. That's how the nose will be look like here. The nose shape, because it will remain same to large here. To our reduction, okay, so it could be done here. How the nose look are not downward position here. It's a very good question here. There's a lot of speculation here. How the nose looks like here. There's a different kind of size variations here. One of the important looking for this nose about here that I was looking for filtrum here. Is that this is the how looking for. Here's a filtrum, and the different voice variations is measuring of this characteristic here. What we know about in general is that this radii here is 38mm example here. Okay, let's talk about here how much those 38mm is felt here. Centimeter here. There are only overall 5 structures here, walls and central. So average case, and they all count around 7mm or something like this here. 38 divided by 5 is I don't know what average here. is like a here 4 divided by 5 is what, 8 point something, 7.8 or something like here. This because it's a third here, the value it is almost a little bit bigger here. So it's around 8 here. There are 8mm bits in this part here. So how you can accurately measure if this, what are those sizes here? Let's take a look around that question here. There's a little bit overestimated, underestimated about it here. White here. The how to measure some whiteness about it here. The one of the things about those alars occasion that they also here as sideways isn't it here. That when they measure it about downward here, it's they consider about this, the curvature of them here. That they look like they are wider than they actually are here. When they're putting a straight here. Like if I hear this except a straight here, this is straight except a line here. And somebody here. The coldness. That they're looking for the nose about here. That when it knows this the cartilage is forcing about this lower edge here, guys, and I got straight here. So this cartilage here, guys, is a little bit like this one here. Okay, the cartilage is there down, and like this one here. Take a look around what difference it makes here. The skin is covered here. It's interesting with the skin about it here. The plane of this nose around here. The skin here, it's coming on used to like this here. Like this kind of here. So you roll this lower of the cartilage, the column pushing it much more frontal here. Like this here. Where you create something, there are something chemoplastic here. You keep it like this one here. Then what this nose sharp will be much sharper about here. Just keep it like this here, many days here. Then the nose end will definitely look different here. Just keep like this here and long time here. It's already going to roll up the case automatic by its own here. But if you do this like this here, what this mean about it here? The tip of the nose is a force about it here. Downward. Is it possible that any device to assign about it here? A series of device which is able to recreating the same kind of forces here. This is the case of the idle condition. Therefore, the tip will stay straight. It's difficult to now access what happening here. The rolling of it here. It will have this kind of effect here. An effect takes place when it's usually those cartilages here around this. Now that cartilage goes away into here. This cartilage will be forced to directly goes in a straighten here. This cartilage. Now the cartilage looks like this here. So the usual the cartilage goes in a. It's just straightening the cartilage is position. The cartilage will be also cupping down here. Here it is what the cartilage looks like here. The usual was a straight here. Now the force occasion keep it like this here. There's no any difference yet to make here, but this will be forced about here. Well, the question here remains about what happened here. We know for 8mm here. You can measure about the accurately in this kind of a scale here. Where did you see those go? Okay. We measure it here. Something like here. 30mm. All look at these relaxations here. Those are bigger here. Cartilages here. Interesting, it's like the same thing here, measure a difference between here around a mark here, okay, so upper nose is around here. What upper nose looks like here, and a sideway. Looking for the stark qualities here, just make it look like here. What makes it look like here? The dark here, okay, so it's a force it. It has this kind of a quantity here. The force that looks like a picture here. This basically here look wise here. The nose is still some kind of a quality here. The nose of course can be forced to fully down here, except here because I'm looking for interesting about here the whiteness here. The cartilage here, total skin color here, it can be made like this here. Well, there's nothing is there. The analog structures can be X-ray. There's a sideway lateral X-ray case. There is one thing here. So it's sinusoidal here. It's so by deviated septum here. Septoplastic is to correct it. Look like here that you got big nose about it. What is big, not big nose about here? Looking for what can be done here. There's a very good question about here. There's a surgical intervention here. And another intervention is here, okay, so the nose about to make sure upon 38. When it's a relaxation form, it looks like a this here. This looks like accurate here, okay, so then around this here, there are a couple of formats here. One of them is straight, okay, so here, like this. Another one is here. Around this here, around here, because of this tip here. It's an interesting question here. And why is it round here? Forget this nose about here, it's difficult to force here. The skin here, microdermal apparatus here, can be this product microdermal apparatus is gone here, okay, so in order to remove that paint here. But looking for that redness, okay, so it's one thing here. Of course, redness can be hidden about here, chills crazy about you. The nose size shape is one thing here, okay, so there's a grooving about here, understand about here, the nose groove. We can of course create about this health equation wise here. Lots of the different kind of task case here. One of the thing is here we go looking for this next from the family here. The family has okay, so what why it has okay, so important what for the common around here okay, so and it is the family here that when it's only a family here, the family constantly go less here okay, so for here. That is this anymore the same family here, and what is family after all here? That's so we're gonna continue about this thing here. And a couple of different look like here. They look like here, and this kind of thing here. The substitute about look afro here. What is it filled about the fat, and what kind of fat, and why is it collecting fat in this area is the question here. And so what we have here is pictures about the nothingness. Okay, so now if somebody take any picture here, and just to remove it, because those picture or whatever, the most important factor is just removing here. Okay, that here, take a look around here. It's okay. Okay, so now that nose is put off the here case then. Now that they exist here, it's everything else out here. Okay, whatever here, the nose that exists is a picture. The hair is something is interesting, it's not straight, but it's fluffy here case. Same different thing activates the going bald, somebody say here. Does it look like a bald here guys? That's interesting cost about your high hair. There's a baldness about here, and some other people here, the males like here. Kind of fully bald versus have a body hair here. There's a huge difference about this respect here. Does it got a lot of hair? It is straight to the hair up to here. What it will be done is to keep it straight. This hair is always a fluffy here. Better so call it trimming. So what we see about this picture once again here. It's a mountain Jaffa here, there's all kind of question. Now the eyebrows is get relaxed at the case and at the normal position. Thighs or whatever the position here. The forger I put in forger right here. But it's already 150 here, isn't it? The position yeah, I guess is other question here. In this picture we can say about if you look at a straight line here, isn't it? Well, what do we see? If the body is accurately straight and directly here, camera. The idea about here is that it's those eyes are not even a right correct position. Yeah, this is a position is not correct as we can tell here. Yeah, so it's not correct. Only the jut about here. If we're looking for the picture here, it's not the eyes because they are not eyes are not correct level. It's very difficult to establish this kind of differently when it's straight here. Well, because now this is to be straight, this specific, not this here. Look at this, it's plastic, okay, so how much here? We cannot get absolutely perfect straight line here. Okay, what is straight line here? They got a straight line now. Now you see, do you see about here that I have a symmetry on them? A symmetry. That's a question of symmetry, lack of asymmetry here. We measure of them as symmetry here. Or upper here corner. When we know when something is absolutely straight. You got the palm? In this picture right here. This picture first has to be straight. Everything else has to be straight then. Is it straight now? Stop responding here. unless we get it further straight. And now looking for the ice, guys, and millimeters, yeah. What it looks like at this ice, guys, and yeah. Relaxed picker ice, guys, the mandala ice, cartilages here. We like what they like here. There's also look at the eyes are a lazy eyes, guys. Can you see this thing here? It's very small effect here. Are they aligned properly? They are not too big angle here. The Chinese eyes are right here. They're straight. That this one eye here, it's more darker here. It's a color. So when it comes to something when it's symmetry here, forget about the nose. The question is here is, are the eyes asymmetric here? There is asymmetry everywhere. This body, looking for nose or ears, it's not straight up, so it's straight. It's maybe 88 degree here, guys. And when we're at the 88 degree here, there's more cheekbone exposed in this area here. Is it useful? Is it more cheekbone in the left ear? Measurement about here. There's a very flaccid here, so we need to have some 0 point flexible filtrum here. We cost about the filtrum center here, 2.4. Whoa, this 2.4 is hell of a lot farther here. So here there is much more. The same point here, it here. It's so much farther here. This picture right here is not fully straight. Or there, this other side is much more, guys, than here. Which side? And this left side here, in this picture here. We don't know about it here, guys, and this is left or right side here. Look at why is this kind of different. Is where it come from. I call it this supination, intimination here. Intimination is when the both eyebrows, okay, and eruxes here are pulled together here. One of the things about the is having some kind of a clothing which is pulling it over of this thing. I cannot see right now to anything around to take about this here. So nose is the off here picture. It's a picture with the nose, so what think about the now here? Any kind of thought the hair is, what is it here? The question is have eyes have asymmetry on eyes here? So that the other eye is much more higher than the other eye here. In this picture here, what is the reality itself here, guys? Is that some eye is more higher actually here? Here, if this is the case, just try it here, guys. Take it once again, look like here. And symmetry here. Is straight. Well, by a few millimeter might be about here. The left one is more higher, okay, perhaps here than the right one here. Really? That's the case on here. What we have come conclusion. Those eyes are not symmetrical here, guys. And they can read about the symmetry here. So the eyes has no fault here. Everything can be fault here. There's unsymmetry. Do we ever measure about here? Measure it and measure it here. Eye level, okay, so here. Left case an eye is at less millimeter a higher position here. At last the case in here. At last the case in here. Eye level, okay, so now this is an eye level unsymmetry. That's interesting question. Eye level unsymmetry here. This in here. This picture is not very good here, guys, in here. Make sure of the unsymmetry of the eyes, guys. This is a very good question, yeah. But I think about the here, we see this unsymmetry, yeah. Take a look around already, the symmetry is apparent, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, that's even my result here, guys. The straight line. The left one here, take a look around very carefully, yeah. Now, the eyes here, the position. There is unsymmetry eye level here, guys. So that's disaster, okay, so right here. As we said here, unsymmetry is hard to spot unless person is really aligned very straight here. The question is why there is unsymmetry, why the left eye, but this is higher position here. And how it can be cheated about this kind of thing here. One of the things is structural system here. Eye here. Before the top tip is very upper here. Looking for it this way. We're looking for this thing here. The high maxilla. Here we have to measure about this passport picture here. That it is here. Given 0.3. When other taste in here. Where we measure of the labial edge here. Okay, here we go. 0.3. You repeat a hope about it here. 0.6. So the last occasion the chef is bigger than maxilla here. Or mandula is bigger than maxilla here. And that is very important, incredibly important here. There's any the mouth itself against here. And symmetry is here. You're looking for the mouth here, because the nose is occasion is seen here. Even eyes occasion here. And symmetry will be catastrophical here. Why is there unsymmetry here? On the right side have appeared. We're looking for here. Symmetry can be measured here. One of like a book looking for this stick here. Okay. It's not straight. It's kind of scary to think about it. There is a symmetry in eyes, and it is not detected very well. As I said, but it's not incredible huge difference here. If you have no reference point, okay, then it's difficult to even say about anything here. But if you're looking for a reference point as a generally or rest of the basic characteristic, we have a conclusion about it. There might be unsymmetry